Welcome to another Forcepoint Tech Talk episode. In this video, we will show how to install version 2.0.1 of the Forcepoint Security Appliance Manager, better known as the FSAM. We will also configure the appliances so that they can be managed through the FSAM. Please like and subscribe to show your support for this channel. Feel free to leave any questions or comments you have in the comments section below. Enjoy! The Forcepoint Security Appliance Manager has replaced the Legacy Appliance Manager. It was introduced in version 8.3 after the removal of the Legacy Appliance Manager. This service provides a GUI to manage physical or virtual appliances rather than having to manage them from the CLI. This GUI is where you can also see the appliance's status, manage interfaces, or install hotfixes and upgrades. The FSAM installation and versioning are independent of the Forcepoint Security Manager. It is recommended to install the FSAM if you are on version 8.3 or higher. If your appliances are not on 8.5x or higher, then you will need to install hotfixes before they will be able to connect to the FSAM. It is recommended that you upgrade to 8.53 or 8.54, but if you do not want to do that, then you can follow the instructions in the guide below to install the hotfixes. Refer to the article titled FSAM Install and Upgrade Steps. To get started, we need to download the setup for the FSAM. Since we need to run this setup on the FSM or the Security Manager server, we will want to download the file directly onto this server. To get the setup, let's navigate to support.forcepoint.com. Downloads. All downloads. Scroll down to see the section labeled Forcepoint Appliances. Here you will see a section for Forcepoint Security Appliance Manager. Select the 2.0.1 option. Click Download on the next screen. Once you have downloaded the setup file, move it to the desktop or run it from the Downloads folder. Double-click the setup file to run it. Accept the license agreement and define the installation path. Wait for the installer to finish. This should only take a few minutes. At some point, it will prompt you to restart the Triton web server, so click Yes on this prompt. Once the FSAM setup has been completed successfully, open a browser and navigate to the FSAM interface. The address should be on the screen now. Here you will be prompted to log into the FSAM console, which will use the same admin credentials that are used to access the FSM. The first time you log in, you will see a prompt saying that the prerequisites on the appliance haven't been met to allow the FSAM to manage the appliance. Either the single sign-on was not enabled or a required hotfix is not installed on the appliance. If your appliances are on 8.5.x or higher, then most likely the single sign-on is the issue. If your appliances are not on 8.5x, then most likely you will need the hotfix installed on them. So let's go ahead and configure the single sign-on for these appliances. Log into the FSM. Then click the plug icon in the top right. This screen is where you can see the appliances that are registered with your Forcepoint deployment. If you do not see any, but you know you have them deployed, then we will need to add them here. If you see the appliances listed, but the single sign-on is not configured, then we will need to configure the single sign-on. Let's register our appliances. Click the Register Appliance button in the top left. In the prompt window, input the C interface of the appliance. Select the option Enable Single Sign-On from the Security Manager. Then input the admin password. Once you have done this, click OK. Then repeat these steps for each appliance in your deployment. If your appliances are already listed but do not have the single sign-on enabled, then select the button on the right that says Configure Single Sign-On. Then input the admin password and click OK. Once you have added and configured the single sign-on for all of the appliances in your environment, you can go back to the FSAM interface, refresh, and see that all of your appliances are now manageable. From this interface, you can get status updates on your appliances, update interface configurations, or install hotfixes or upgrades. Thanks for watching this Forcepoint Tech Talk episode where we were able to install and configure the Forcepoint Security Appliance Manager. Don't forget to like and subscribe to show your support for this channel. If you have any questions or comments, please leave them in the comments section below. See you next time.